welcome back to another episode of the Pumpkin Podcast. I'm your host, Callum Beckett, and this channel is proudly sponsored by Dean of the Dead's Hot Sauces. Now, you may notice we have a special guest on today's show. It's Mr. Dean of the Dead himself, Dean Sharp. How are you?
Good evening, sir. I'm good. I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Good. It's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Man, thank you so much for having me on here.
You're welcome.
I always wondered what this set looked like. I sit at home watching the Pumpkin Podcast and I'm always thinking, what does it look like beyond this white wall? What does the wheel actually look like? And now I can see it all, and I'm here.
You like it?
And you know, these things, I mean, I remember, you know, once upon a time knocking these up. It's just, here we are. Man.
Do you like the setup?
I love it. It's great. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, absolutely love it. Yeah.
So,
it's great.
It's great to have Dean on. So, for those who don't know, who are first-time watchers, Dean Sharp is the owner of Dean of the Dead, who proudly sponsor this channel. So, again, I'm going to say it to your face, thank you very much for sponsoring this channel.
You're very
welcome. You made
welcome,
it
man.
some fantastic viewings. You've put me through some pain throughout the last few months, but it's been thoroughly enjoyable, and everyone's loved your sauces that have come on the episode.
Awesome, man. No worries. Thank you. Yeah, I'm so glad that you guys chose to have them on.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Great,
they're absolutely fantastic, especially the Exorcist.
And there's some more pain coming.
And I promise there's no JD in this.
Yeah.
So me and Dean have been at Alton Towers all day for Scarefest. This is being filmed on October 9th, so we've been there all day. We're very tired, but we're going to rock on with this episode because we've got Dean all the way down from London.
Indeed. Yep.
So we're going to film an episode with Dean. We're going to have a chat with Dean, find out why he created Dean of the Dead's Hot Sauces, what gave him the inspiration for it, the reason why he themed them to horror movies. Then we're going to touch on how Dean got into the scare industry in terms of the events he's visited in the past, what his favourite attractions are to visit. And then we're going to touch on Alton Towers, aren't we, today?
Absolutely,
we visited. We're going to dissect Alton Towers, have a chat about the individual mazes that we visited, let you know the pros and cons and our opinions on today's visit to Scarefest. So, let's kick it straight off.
Let's do it.
Hold on. And I forgot to mention, we're also going to take on the Dean of the Dead's Wheelie Hot Sauce Challenge!
Man. Right, bring it on!
Which I'm really excited about. See how Dean handles his own sauces.
Of course.
How do you think you're going to do, Dean?
Well, I mean, you know, I've never tried them before. I don't know what they taste like, so I don't know. We'll have to see how we get on. No, I don't know. I may have switched it up a little bit. There's a possibility I may have tweaked it a little bit.
What do you mean?
But we'll see. We'll get to that. We'll get to that a bit later on. I'll show you when we get there. There's a possibility that it may be a slightly different Dean of the Dead challenge, but we'll see. We'll come to that.
Well, this is news to me. I didn't know this. Now I'm nervous.
I'll tell you more about it a bit later when we get to it. But don't worry, you'll be fine. I think. I can't promise anything. I don't know, but
well, we'll see how we stay tuned to see how I get on in Dean's social twist.
I'm sweating thinking about it already. Oh man,
stop it, mate! You're worrying me. So, Dean, please tell us, how did you come up with the idea of Dean of the Dead's Hot Sauces?
So, I've always been a fan of chili sauces, hot stuff. Ever since I was a kid, my dad used to take me to like Indian restaurants. We used to eat the hottest stuff off the menu, very similar to what we had earlier on this evening. And I just kind of grew up, you know, eating a lot of spicy food. So I've always been a big lover of spicy food. And then I started. So a friend of mine told me about a chili festival. This chili festival that happens in a place near where we live in Hertfordshire called Bennington. And he was like, "Go along, you'll love it. It's really cool." He said, "You know, it's like it's like I think now it's a 4-day event. It was a 3-day event, and they have like comedians, they have bands, and then they just have like tons of different chili stalls, and you know they've got like chili fudges and chili jams and chili, you name it. There's something
chili everything,
chili-fied, and it's always in the summertime. So on his recommendation, this is going back, I don't know, probably like 5 or 6 years ago, went along. As a spice lover, as a spice fan, went along to check it out and just loved it. Loved the whole event. I'd, you know, just going around all the different vendors, trying their hot sauces and getting the different flavors and seeing the different producers. And the other thing that drew me to it was like all the kind of the artwork on the bottles and just, you know, it's very creative. And I kind of like, you know, I'm drawn to all that kind of anything creative really. So I kind of left that festival thinking, I don't know, I just literally had this like harebrained idea. I was just like, I really want to create my own sauce. I don't know why. I just thought I'd give it a go. I'm kind of like that. I just kind of, went along and I just left and I thought, I really want to give that a go. And my kind of goal at that time was like, I want to get a stall. I want to get a pitch here. That was initially my, that was my first thought. And how it became Dean of the Dead. So I'm a massive, massive, massive horror fan. I'm a huge horror fan. Ever since I was a kid, again, loved Spice when I was a kid, loved horror since I was a kid. My stepfather used to work in a video shop and I used to always gravitate towards the horror section. So basically I kind of put these two passions together, and sort of like the spicy thing. And I can't remember how it all started. I think I just come up with like one name for one of the sauces. I can't remember which one it was. It might have been Jeepers Reapers or something like that. And I was like, wait a minute, I could do something with this, like with the movies. And then I kind of started getting the whole concept of like, mixing like the names of the chilies with the names of the films, and then, making it become its own kind of like universe. So like, the advertising, the marketing would be like as if they were movie posters.
Yeah,
but it's just sauce at the end of the day. But do you know what I mean? But it's just kind of morphed. It's really weird because it's just opened up so many doors.
Yeah.
It's so weird, moving into like not just eventually doing that chili festival, the one that I set out to, in the first place, moving, I started doing horror cons, conventions, comic conventions, and that's where the market became huge for me. Like literally, I was sort of, and that's where I met you guys, and that's how I ended up here.
Yeah.
So I never thought going to that chili festival
in my attic drinking JD
would I end up here, like just meeting guys like you. So it's been brilliant. It's been really kind to me, man. I really enjoy it. It's a complete labour of love, and it's two of my big passions mixed into one.
Yeah.
Dean of the Dead.
That's fantastic. So how long has it been running now then?
Well, you see, it says on the labels in very small, and I actually got the guy that designs these. Shout out to Kev.
Shout out Kev,
yeah. So it actually says on there, terrorizing taste buds. You can't see it over there. Terrorizing taste buds since 2017.
Right.
So I guess that's when I think I kind of came up with the idea to do it in about 2016. I actually started getting into the kitchen and putting things together and, like a sort of mad scientist, like throwing together different recipes and ideas. And then I probably developed the first couple of sauces in like 2017. So that's when they started terrorizing taste buds.
So give us a bit of a background as to when you first started making these sauces. Give us a picture of what you was doing. Were you in your kitchen just making sauces?
I was just in the kitchen. I've got some pictures of the very first batches that I made in these like old kind of swing top bowls that I got from IKEA.
Yeah.
And then, and just sort of labels printed out off of the computer, and then just, this is this one, and this is going to be that, could be this one. I don't know. And so, I don't know. But I kind of started by, they come back from that chili festival that I was talking about, and, going online and like, how do you make chili sauce? How's it done? And then I started like throwing in my own ingredients, and then I kind of come up with the idea to have them all fruit based. So like you've got the apple one, the cherry. Yeah. So now they're all based around fruit. The apple one, the cherry one, so forth. And that's kind of it, really. It's like a bit of a mad scientist kind of thing. Just see what happens, see where it goes.
I think it's fantastic how you've now progressed over the last 3-4 years to have been in your kitchen making them to now going to our conventions and people coming up to you. I think you mentioned to me before and said, oh, thank God you're here. I really want your sauces.
Yeah,
and,
it's weird.
Getting invites to conventions and meeting so many different people. It must have opened up some doors for you.
Definitely, and it's all like I've made friends like across the pond in the US. You know, like and so. Horror fans love it. So I've made a lot of friends in the horror community, and I've been doing these. So I try and keep it as creative as possible. So I've been doing these T-shirt collaborations with like tattoo artists. So you've got so I've asked them to design something that's kind of like hot sauce and horror based. So for example, we've got like the tea that you've got with there's one with like a skeleton drinking a bottle of sauce, and you can see the chili glowing in his chest. There's one with like a Bride of Frankenstein where she's got a little vial of chili and she's drinking it and her jaw's burning off, and just stuff like that, man. Just trying to do something different to like what other chili sauce producers were doing, just so, you know, create this kind of universe and just do something different, man.
You've got to do something different to stand out these days.
Definitely, yeah.
Because everyone's doing something. But if you can create something that's unique and different from the crowd,
exactly, yeah,
that's what will appeal to people.
And it's, I think, what as well, and some, you know, because I think everyone always says to me like your marketing is spot on because it appeals to so
100%.
many different. You know, it's got it fits in with the chili sauce world, but also it's got, you know, you can take it to Comic Cons. And I remember literally setting up. We did the HorrorCon in Sheffield, and I remember setting up, and everyone was kind of looking at me setting up, going, "Is that hot sauce? What's that?" And then, you know, by the end of the convention, it was such a success. I think I left with like 4 bottles. It just everything just went
Brilliant.
And that was my first ever one. And then from then I thought, oh man, this works. So, you know, then I just kind of jumped in the deep end, did the London Film and Comic Con at Kensington Olympia. I think that was like my 3rd convention. I was like, sod it, man, just go for it. That was like a big 3-day event. They had like Charlie Sheen there, Jason Momoa there, all these like huge stuff, you know, not to see the hot sauce guy.
Just to see Dave.
They were just there, just lingering about. And it was just, you know, all these other stalls around me just dwarfing my little sauce stall. But I just blitzed it, man. I took loads, come away with barely any. I was just like, this is great. You know, I'm onto something.
You know, like, props to you. You've come from being down here to now being recognised and being successful.
Yeah.
But you still want to climb. You showed me stuff before how you want to grow. Things you've got in the pipeline moving forward.
Man, I mean, this was so the website actually went live at the beginning of last year, which is not really that long ago if you think about it. It's the beginning of I'd say the beginning of 2019. That's when the website went live. So I guess that was kind of, even though it says terrorizing taste buds since 2017, that's kind of when the whole idea was really like coming into effect. But it actually was out there for the public to get their hands on it around at the beginning of 2019. So last year was my first year, really. This year would have been year 2, and we all know how this year's gone. And it's
Let's not get started on this year.
Man, I know, but I had so many cool things lined up. So, but at this point in the year, I should be like up here, man. I'd like the BBC Good Food Show, summer edition and winter edition. I was booked onto both of those. The BBC, man, and that's a departure. You know, that's something big. I'd sort of tripled all the conventions. So I was doing a ton more conventions. I was doing loads more chili festivals. I was going to kind of turn it from being the side hustle into like a job, sort of thing. So almost got it on Amazon as well.
Is it still your goal to make it your job?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. Do you know what I love about it is I'm just my own boss, man.
Yeah.
I can be as creative with it as I want. I've got nobody telling me like, no, don't do that. You can't do that. Oh, I don't like that bit of artwork. No, I can literally just go, this is my project. I can just and I really enjoy it. It's really quirky. It's really different. It's odd, and I get to meet people like you.
Oh, thank you very much, buddy. And I get to meet people like you who sponsor our channel with your fantastic hot sauce. So,
oh man,
if you want to get some of Dean's hot sauce, visit www.deanofthedead.com and get yourself some. They are fantastic. They are hot. They do go up in spices, okay, so they do start off at just 1 chili, which is sauce, and they go all the way up to 6 chilies, which is the ex-sauces. So, depending on how well you can handle your spices, pick and choose, or they do come in you do special packages.
We do like a 3-pack mix and match gift set, because they're all fruit as well. The sugar in the fruit neutralizes the chili quite a bit, and I always say this to customers, especially at Comic Cons, because you have a lot of kids that come around and you think, you don't want, the last thing you want is for them to like take a big swipe of the Exorcist and then keel over. You know, my public liability insurance would come into full effect. So you know, I mean, they are hot. They're hot sauce, but as I say, the sugar in the fruit neutralizes the chili a bit, so they're not like
dilutes it a little bit.
They're not like nucleus.
The Exorcist
but that touches on the void.
It does touch on the void.
Volcanic.
So yeah, if you want to get it, like I say, www.deinthedead.com. Go and get your hot sauces. So, moving away from the hot sauces and onto scare attractions.
Yes.
So you love visiting scare attractions?
Love them.
When did you first find out what a scare attraction was, and what made you first go and visit one?
So, I think my first ever experience of a proper scare attraction would be, and this is showing my age, would be Alien War. I think that was probably my first ever, apart from a ghost train. That's not really a scare attraction. I'd say Alien War. That's a scare attraction, right? That's classes as a scare attraction, or do you mean a scream park?
A scare attraction.
So yeah, so Alien War was definitely as a walk-through horror maze.
Maze, yeah.
So back in the day, for any of you older viewers, Michael Bolton, no. I'm joking. He's only 25.
That's your table at ScareCon gone.
I'm only joking, MB. I love you, man. I love you. Alien War, Trocadero. This is like when I was about 15, 16. We used to go to Alien War all the time, religiously. I've lost count of how many times I've been. And it's obviously based on the film Aliens. I think more the James Cameron film Aliens.
Mm-hmm.
They had loads of props from the movies, and it was basically the idea was that you go through in, I think it was like groups of 12 or something like that, and you go into this little holding pen, and then this Marine would sort of, you'd be in it's like a science laboratory, something or other. And then this guy would, shut the door, it'd be like back in a minute kind of thing. And then all of a sudden the lights would go out, this alarm would start flashing, and this Marine would like bang on the door with his gun and come in and like, right. And then basically the aliens have escaped. And then they have to lead you through the attraction. And it's all the aliens from the movies. And oh man, it was just, it used to terrify me.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrify me.
How old were you in? What was you?
Oh, I was probably like 15, 16.
Yeah.
A teenager, yeah. It was terrifying. It was brilliant. They used a lot of strobe effects, and I could draw you out. I won't do it, but I could draw you like a whole floor plan of and that's how well I knew that maze.
Yeah.
It was just, I loved it. It terrified me. We actually went once on my birthday, and I was getting really cocky. I was in the queue, and I was saying, I've done this loads of times. I know when the alien comes. Da 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 da. So they radioed through. And they told him to switch it up a little bit. And there was a scene right at the end when you're in a lift, you get in a lift, and this alien kind of comes from above you, this kind of flap trapdoor thingy kind of pops down, this alien comes down, and then there's like a plant in the audience. Sorry, it's not Corona, it's just a bit long. Yes, they've got like a plant in the audience that you don't notice, just kind of slips into the group. And basically the door slides open and the alien drags this person out. And they kind of mixed it up somehow, so they managed to let everybody out the lift, and the Marine shut the door and kept me in there, and he was obviously thinking, you cocky, like, sure, we're going to get you kind of thing. And then they opened the door back up, and there was just like 3 of these aliens kind of prowling around, just me and these aliens. The costumes and the lighting and everything, it was just, they were so realistic. It was brilliant. That was my first experience. It was just, and from that moment, I was just like, wow, but I was terrified.
And what are some of your favourites that you like to visit nowadays?
So, I think my actual first experience of a script, well, I don't know if you call it a screen park, but Thought Park, when the Fright Nights, I think that was my first ever, where you'd have more than sort of one maze.
Yeah.
But my first screen park experience would be Tully's. And that was just mind blown. Literally, we walked into the park and I was like, this is what Halloween looks like, man. Yeah. It was insane. Just like the big Tully's sign with the fire behind it, the big tractor, just the fairground.
Stuart puts on a fantastic event.
It was insane. I turned to Laura and I was just like, what is this place, man? It's unbelievable. It blew my mind. It was really good. Really good.
And obviously, you have visited towers in the past.
Yes, yeah.
We have visited today.
We did, yeah.
Let's have a chat about today.
Mm.
Now, when we first arrived, I thought the decor this year was fantastic.
Inside the mazes?
No, I mean like when we first arrived.
Oh, just the visual of the park.
As soon as we came through, there was pumpkins everywhere. The classic Halloween hearse was there.
Yeah. There seems to be a lot more bunting.
A lot more bunting.
A lot of bunting.
Yeah, a lot of pumpkins. Like I thought, I personally thought the theming on the outside today was
I
fantastic.
thought it was brilliant. Yeah,
It made it feel like Halloween, didn't it?
it seemed like there was more than last year. It seemed like they'd really
did,
gone
yeah.
all out, especially on the bunting. But
Yeah.
it was good. It was really added to it. I thought it was really good. Yeah.
It was. And then
Yeah.
we were booked in for Darky Steps at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then we were booked in for the other 3 mazes from 4 p.m.
Yeah.
So we headed over to Darky Steps, didn't we? At 3 o'clock.
Yeah. Which had changed from
It was in Mutiny Bay
Mutiny Bay. That's right.
last year. What was your opinion on Darky Steps this year?
Yeah, I thought it was great. I thought it was really good. I thought there was some really good smell pods.
They're very strong.
Realistic, yeah, especially the sick one. At
Yeah.
first, I thought it was like a cheese, and then Laura was like, "Oh, it's a
Sick.
sick smell." I was like, "Oh yeah, God." Really good. The theming in that maze is really good, and it's aimed at families, but I think it's more adult. I think it's quite intense. Some of it, I think.
I mean, last year I remember going through Darky Steps and people saying, "Oh, it's the family-friendly maze." etc.
Yeah.
And I went through, and I was more scared in there than I was in any of the other mazes. And I was just looking at, I was in awe of it last year, and it was just fantastic. And I came out going, "Wow, that's themed to children." Like it was scary as.
Oh God, you wouldn't catch my kids in there. No,
It was fantastic. This year for me, it was good. Okay. I don't personally think COVID and the new restrictions had anything to do with it. Personally, I felt like there was less actors in there this year. I felt the maze was well themed again. However, not as well themed as last year. Like there was no sand. This year
there was. I think there was one section right at the end.
Yeah, it wasn't sand. It was like it was like some sort of like muddy gravel.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I was waiting for the sand to come.
Right,
Because
yeah.
I remember when I went on that last year and I first put my foot on that sand, I'm like, "Oh man, the sand! There's a sand in the scare maze." I was like, "Oh wait!" So I was waiting for it this year. It didn't happen.
He's about to open up get your towel on the floor.
Yeah, and just sunbathe. But it didn't seem as long this year for me. It felt longer last year.
Yeah.
I personally still don't know why. Some of you possibly may do. Why they moved it to Mutiny Bay, because I thought it was an ideal location.
Yeah,
personally.
I agree. Yeah.
And it was perfect for me. But this year it was good. But
I think you had a lot of the same actors giving you the scares. I don't know, maybe there was like 4 or 5 actors in the whole thing. Maybe
there weren't many.
And then you could see them sort of running from post to post.
Yeah, in the rat runs. Yeah.
So I guess I don't know. Yeah, but it did seem shorter. It seemed a bit.
It seemed short. It was great. It was good. It was good. You're going around the first actor, give him props. He was fantastic. He batched us correctly. Because basically you go in like 3 chevrons, for example. So you'll go in. There was one group of 4. There was a group of 3, which was me, Mikey, and Hannah, and then there was a guy on his own who was behind us. And they batched us correctly. The guy at the front, fantastic. Props to you. He did very good batching. Put us through. However, throughout the maze, the guy behind us was getting very close to us. Like he was literally nearly stuck to my back at one point.
Yeah.
Potentially because he was on his own.
Yeah.
The other actors possibly thought he was with us.
Right. Yeah.
So maybe that's why they didn't usher him. Sort of. Yeah. So I'll give benefit of doubt in terms of that. But overall, yeah, it was good. Not as good as last year, but still good, and I still enjoyed it. It was a
It was great.
A good maze.
It was a good one to start off with as well. Why do you think they moved it from Mutiny Bay?
I don't know. I don't know. If you know, drop us a comment. Let us know if you know why they moved it from Mutiny Bay, because I'm not sure why. I did like the theme song. That's one thing I did like. We stood outside and the theme song they were playing. Did you hear it?
I can't remember it.
You weren't in the queue long though, were you?
No. We got there and we kind of almost went straight in because it was quite early, wasn't it?
Yeah. But no, the theme song was great. It reminded me of that the Pirates song off Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh right, I do think
Dun,
dun, when they were doing the march to be hung bit, is it that?
To be hung, yeah. What's that song go like now? I can't remember now. Anyway, that song. Bring me a dream. So we went to there, and obviously then from 4 o'clock we went on to our next mazes. So the first one we visited out of the 3 was the attic.
Yes. And I remember that last year being brilliant,
unbelievable last year, wasn't it?
It was really good. Again, I think it had a similar sort of thing, like lesser actors, and it's obviously because of COVID, isn't it? They can only do what they can do. I suppose they can't cram it full of actors, and they've got to kind of keep it. I don't know. I thought because do you know what? Last year when I did it, I went round most of them maze with my eyes shut and my fingers in my ears like this. So, yeah, right.
Mr. Horror chili fan over here.
Right. So that's how good it was, terrifying. But this year I was like, no, Callum's here. I'm gonna man up a bit. Show him that I can, handle it. But no, I thought it was brilliant. I just remember it being slightly different. I remember there being the storyline being ever so slightly different. Maybe I'm wrong. I can't quite remember. But I still thought it was great. I still thought it was good.
What do you think of the theming?
Theming I thought was fantastic. I thought that was really good.
So it was still in the same place as last year?
Yeah, I think last year they had like a lot of sheets. Do you remember that?
Yeah, but they obviously would have had to taken them away due to obviously we can't as guests touch anything.
Yes, right, yeah. So I remember there being a lot of sheets and then the sort of jumping behind the sheets and that
you
kind
had
of
to
stuff.
move between the sheets, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that makes sense if they,
So what would you rate it out of 10?
Out of 10.
First of all, what would you rate Darkest Depths out of 10?
Ooh, I don't know. I hate doing ratings because I don't want to be too cruel. I don't want to be too kind. I want to be realistic.
So you're realistic, not.
I don't know. I'd say like a 5. I'd go 50-50. I thought it was great. I thought the theming was really good, but then it could have been a bit longer, and there could have been a few more actors, a few more scares. Yeah. I don't know. I think for me it was like half and half. Yeah, it was great. It was really good.
Yeah. I think I said this on the Scare Trap podcast. I think I'll give it a 6. I think I did. So yeah, 6 out of 10 is what I think I'll give Darkest Depths.
Maybe I'll say 6 as well. Don't hate me, Alton.
Yeah, Darkest Depths I give it a 6.
Okay.
So the Attic, what would you give that?
Because I love the storyline and it's great. I love the bit as well at the end where it gets darker and it's like you're going into hell or something. It just gets warmer and darker. That was really good. I love the way they do that. But because perhaps the lack of the sheet scenario, and obviously that's not their fault, I don't know. I think I'd go for like between a 6 and 7, I'd say.
Now, personally, I thought the Attic was one of my favourite mazes of last year. I came out of there mind blown as to the quality of the actors, the quality of the sets, the furnace. When obviously you go in where you're in just a normal temperatured room, and then you go into like the furnace, and you automatically the room heats up, and it's like you're burning in hell. It's so really clever, good, and I absolutely loved it. This year, exactly the same. I'm gutted the actor from the first part, so the first one who gives you the spiel before sending you in, wasn't the same as last year. He was good, don't get me wrong, but the one last year I've mentioned on here before, he was fantastic.
Yeah, I remember you saying, I've seen it.
Unfortunately, he wasn't there. As when I walked in, I'm like, oh, he's not there. But the guy who did it was good. Going through it again, lacked in scares. It did lack in scares. I didn't get a jump in there. Theming, fantastic. Smells great.
Yeah.
Number of actors could have been more.
Yeah.
Do I enjoy it? Yeah, I had good fun.
Yeah.
And I think when I say I had good fun, yeah, I enjoyed myself. I had good fun, but I didn't come out and go, wow, like I did last year. Last year I would have given it a 9 out of 10. This year I'm gonna give it a 6.
It just lacked a bit of that charm that it had
last year.
And
whether because it was new last year, I don't know. I mean, if it was new this year and we went through it, would I have still been as disappointed? No, yes, no. I did enjoy it. It was good. However, I'm comparing it to last year. I'm being honest.
So the guys that are friends that came, there's a couple of friends that come with us as well. They'd never been through any of the mazes at all, and they were like, "Wow, that was great." So in fact, one of them that was her first scare maze,
right,
ever.
Yeah,
she'd never done any scare mazes, so she was blown away by it. So I think perhaps, like you say, if you'd seen it for the first time, perhaps you'd have a different opinion. Maybe, I don't know, but I do agree. I think there was a lack of actors, but obviously that's because of the situation.
Yeah, I'd like to say it was on par with last year.
Yeah.
It wasn't on par. It wasn't too far away. I'll be honest. It wasn't too far away. A couple more actors.
It was a blessing that it was just open in the first place.
100%. I'm just glad we've got any sort of scares to go at.
Yeah.
But as we dissect them, we've got to be honest.
Absolutely.
We've got to say how we feel.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Do I think they did well with the current situation? Yes. Do I think? Am I happy I went through it? Yes. Am I happy I was able to go through it? Yeah.
There were times when you didn't even realise that COVID existed. They kind of came a bit close.
100%.
When you're thinking, yeah, okay.
Well, we'll get on to that. The next maze was Altonville Mine Tour, Legend of the Skin Snatchers.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on that?
I think that was my favourite of the day.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed that. I thought that was really good. I love some of the characters, especially the guy in his pants.
I was laughing, mate. They were funny.
I don't remember him last year.
I do. He was naked. Yeah.
I see, again, I probably just did this.
Yeah.
See, this year, because I've watched, like, obviously I've been following the Pumpkin podcast, and I've been watching a lot of the Scare Track, listening to their podcasts and watching their vlogs, and watching a lot of the Screen Park Worldwides and the Pleasure Beach Experience guys, and just literally just doing my homework on attractions, watching some movies. So I looked at it this year with a different set of eyes, and I was really trying to, rather than, cacking myself, I was just trying to look at the actors and look at the theming. And what was the question? It's just Coke, I promise.
What time did you get up? 4 o'clock this morning?
I've been up since 4 o'clock in the morning.
It's now midnight.
Excuse, yeah.
What was your
the guy in the pants?
Yeah, the guy in the pants.
So I don't remember him last year. I don't remember because literally and I think it was a bigger group as well. So maybe you miss certain things if there's a few more of you in a group last year. But I did do a lot of it like this. But yeah, I turned a corner and saw him. I was like, oh man, that's brilliant. It's this dude in his pants, like older guy. I was like, I think he was my favourite of the day. I thought he was hilarious. He was brilliant.
What would you rate it out of 10 then?
Do you know, I reckon I'll give that like an 8, man. I thought that was good. Yeah. I'd give that an 8. I think the theming in there was fantastic. I think they kind of maybe broke some of the COVID rules a little bit, perhaps, which I feel like is what you're going to say.
So I'll touch on this.
I don't want to tread on your toes with this.
So,
but
Altonville Mine Tours is my favourite scare maze. Towers, I love the music, the most beautiful girl.
It's brilliant, man.
I love it, it's great. I look forward to hearing it every single time. I love the smells in there.
Fades in and out.
Oh, 100%. I love the theming. I love the hillbilly sort of vibe. Yeah. I love that maze, and I was so excited for it today. Did it disappoint? Yeah, unfortunately. I enjoyed myself. However, I was more fixated on what was going on in front of me. So basically, there was a group in front of us, and then there was Mikey, me, and then Hannah behind me. Now, as we were going through, I think personally the batching was incorrect. We ended up getting batched too close to the group in front. Now, I was spending more of my time watching Mikey, because I could see Mikey trying to on purpose hold back from the group in front. So rather than enjoying himself, he's more focused on trying to not catch up to the group in front.
Right. Yeah.
And then I'm focused on watching Mikey to see what's going on.
What's going on with him? Yeah.
Yeah. And then when we were getting too close to the group in front and Mikey couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
The actors would pop out.
Yeah.
And they'd get literally this close to him. One of them, Hannah was going to go the wrong way, and one of them got hold of Hannah.
Right.
And moved her and said, "Not that way, girlie."
Oh, that's breaking the 2 metre distance rule.
You can't. At the moment, and the way things are, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be one of these people who dissected it in terms of the COVID world. Yeah. I wanted to just go in and go, you know what?
Yeah.
COVID didn't exist.
Yeah.
Didn't know. However, they're not allowed to touch you. You shouldn't be touching you. Shouldn't be touching you.
Yeah.
We didn't have the hats either. And they didn't light up where it normally would need light. Yeah. So you go through and you couldn't see anything. So automatically, what do you do when that happens? You put your arms out and you're touching props and walls. You can't do that. So I don't think that was fully thought through. We were too close to the group in front, so we missed the last scare. Because the actor was still watching the other group walk out as we walked past him. So he literally was watching them and went, "Oh," and we were gone out the door. Was it disappointed? Yeah. I did mention it to the Alton Tower staff.
Yeah.
Because I think it needed mentioning. I think they needed to know that the actors were getting in people's faces and touching them. I don't think it's fair not to mention that.
Definitely, yeah.
Because I'll be kind and I'll give them constructive sort of, listen, you need to go and have a word with your actors, so to speak.
Yeah.
I'm in the industry. I know you can have people that don't listen to your words of whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I said, listen, just go and have a word. Because
Yeah,
they're doing this, they're doing that, they're touching my friend.
Right.
Can't be doing that. And
Yeah.
oh, do you want to see a manager? I said, no. I said, just
Yeah.
make sure it's just dealt with. Because someone else...
Oh, there will be people that complain full throttle and then it'll end up ruining...
everyone's experience, and it could end up shutting towers down. One complained to the council saying actors are touching me. What the council do? The council will not care, and they'll go, bye, you gone.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
So, overall, Skin Snatchers, going through it, looking around, being in Skin Snatchers, I love that maze. So yes, I enjoyed that. This year, not so much in terms of scares and customer safety with the world we're currently living in. So I'm going to give that a 4 out of 10 for this year.
Ooh.
Unfortunately. So yeah, that's my little rant. Over.
No touching.
No touching. Hashtag COVID-19. Moving on to Toxic Junkyard.
So we did that. It was dusky. It wasn't quite
We were trying to delay, weren't we?
We literally even conjured up an excuse to delay our time slot via Callum, very persuasive, and yeah, so we went off and we got some food and we had a drink and then we was like, oh, do you know what? Let's go and do it. It was starting to get darkish. Do you know what? For me, it was the worst maze of the day, and I know you completely disagree. But, subjective. It was, do you know what?
When it goes down to, I think, it's the runs people get through. It
Definitely
really is.
See, and I think the theming was fantastic. I mean, it was, I think if it was dark, dark, it would have been a completely different atmosphere. Because it was all the neons and lights and everything everywhere. Like that. It looked like, just like a junkyard on acid or something. I don't know. It was insane. It looked, theming wise and visually, it looked stunning.
Very clever how they did it.
Yeah, and it was stunning. It really was. But I think our particular run through, we walked and we walked and we walked, and I was like, "Where's the actors?" Mm-hmm. We didn't see an actor. We're probably in it for like a good 3 or 4 minutes before we saw an actor. Mm-hmm. So, but I guess that's probably just maybe that's. Our run through was, a bit thin on the ground with the actors. I don't know. Didn't get any scares at all. None. No. Even the just no. And I think if it was darker, because I could see where they were coming from. I could see everything. It just didn't seem to work outside in the daytime for me. On theming, I thought it was fantastic. It's a shame. I'd love to go back and do that when it's pitch black at night. Yeah, I'd like to do that one again because I didn't hate it. I thought it was great. I thought it was really good. I loved all the signs outside, the costumes, and what do you call them that they wear in their eyes?
Like the focals, the tinting.
Yeah, the coloured lenses.
Yeah.
That always creeps me out, like especially in like zombie films when they wear the coloured lenses and stuff, like the yellow eyes and stuff like that. That's just a really good look. It's a really creepy look. And the actors were good. They were good. The ones that were there were good. I don't know.
Score?
Just a bit, but I don't know. I'm going to give that purely because I didn't get any scares and it took us quite a while to see an actor. I'm going to give that a 4, I think. I know that sounds really harsh because the theming and all the work that must have gone into that was incredible. So don't listen to me. Listen, because I know what this guy's going to say. But yeah, just if I'm basing it on theming, I'd go up to a 9, man. Yeah. If I'm basing it on scares, and it's a scare maze, I'd probably go to a 4. So I don't know. I hate giving ratings, but
that's what you're gonna go
for me, I mean, I walked out and my friend who was with me as well, we both looked at each other and was like, nah. Yeah. But the theming was fantastic. Whoever designed that and put that together is a genius. And, you've got a vision. Very, I don't know.
See, you walked out and went, meh. Me, Mikey, and Hannah walked out and went, wow.
Yeah, right. So, and I don't know, it's just a difference in opinions.
For me, it was my favourite maze of the day.
Yeah, right.
Your worst, my favourite. I mean, we had actors left, right, and centre.
Yeah, so they're probably all with you. That's where the actors were with you guys.
Left, right, and centre. You name it, they were there. They were popping up everywhere. Man, There was they had these sort of swords, mallets. I don't know what they were. Do you see them?
They were cool, and they would just come through from
out of nowhere. Yeah. And I just thought they
That was
were
good.
very clever with the timings of it. Like you said, the theming I thought was great. The actors were good for
They
me.
were
I thought
good.
the actors were good.
They
When
were.
I walk past, I give eye contact to the actors, and I felt like a couple of them were looking into my soul.
Yeah.
And that's when you know
Yeah.
they're good.
Yeah.
Because they just had, you know,
They
they've just
burned
got
through you.
They just got something,
They
and
stare
they had
you
it.
down. Yeah.
And I was creeped out just by the way he was looking at me and just moving
Yeah.
his head, sort of thing.
Yeah. I got that.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
I personally think it was my favourite of the day. I thought the scares were in the right place. I thought the theming were great. Yeah, it was dusk. Would it be better going through at night? Probably yes, because I think visually it would be even better going through when all the lights are lighting up at night time.
Visually, it was stunning, man. It was. I can't take that away from it at all.
I think again it's one of those subject things where if you have a good run through, you come out like me, Mike and Hannah did, and go, "Ooh, our favourite of the day."
Yeah.
You didn't get many scares, so you're like, "Oh."
Yeah, I think it's because when we walked through and literally, and even Laura turned around and she was like, "Where are the actors?" And I was just like, "I don't know." And then I think that we just kind of, for the rest of the maze, we were kind of like, eh. But then I don't know. I said, I don't know. I think we just had we didn't have the greatest run through. I think if we went back and it was darker, and we got the full acting experience from them guys, I'm sure I would literally, that score would go way up for me.
You can only score what your experience was.
Absolutely, yeah, sure. And I don't want to take anything away from it at all, because it was great. And you know, and again, they're doing what as best as they can do
100%.
with what they've got. And as I said, man, whoever designed that maze is.
I didn't feel like it was a COVID maze in terms of I didn't feel like anything was taken away.
Yeah, no, I mean,
personally,
that could definitely be something they could bring back, even when COVID's long gone. Please hurry up. But that's something they could bring back as a reoccurring thing. Definitely, 100%. I think it was great. It was good.
For me, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. That was my favourite maze of the day. Overall, I think I'll score Towers, I think, a 6.5 out of 10 for the day. Yeah. Overall, I think that's a fair score.
Yeah. Above average, yeah.
I think they did fantastic to put on that event through these times. Thank you very much to the team there that have put all that effort in to make it able for us to go and actually experience it, because we've all missed it and we all thought nothing was going to come this year. But yeah, absolutely delighted it was able to go ahead. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed myself. It was a good day. Few things here and there, but that's just me being picky as a scare enthusiast. So that's it.
Happy, yes.
And now it's time for the Dean of the Dead's Wheelie Hot Sauce Challenge. Now this is when I would say, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Well, I'm ready, but see, I'm going to mix things up a little bit.
What do you mean?
I've been dying to get my hands on this wheel, man, because this, every time I see it in the podcast, I think, wow, I just want to give that thing a spin. So this is my chance. This is my moment. So basically, I'm going to mix things up a little bit for you, because I've obviously these sauces, I've made them, I've tasted them, I know how hot they are, I know what they taste like. It's going to come as no surprise to me, yada yada yada. So I've got a little surprise in store for you. Whereas I'm going to switch it up, and I've handpicked some of the hottest sauces that I could find. They're not Dean of the Dead hot sauces, so this is going to be a little different today. We'll keep one of them in there. But
you didn't tell me about this.
Shall I bring them to the table? Shall I introduce to you these little monstrous elixirs?
I had no idea this was happening.
These little monstrous elixirs that I've hand cherry picked for you, Callum, because I thought this is going to make
you see the fear in my face?
This is going to make you sweat, my friend.
Can you not see the fear in my face?
So I thought basically what we'll do, and we don't have to. I'll explain this in a minute. So I thought, right, I've tried these so many times. We don't need to, I don't need to try them again. They're lovely, but I don't need to try them again. So we're going to introduce these guys here. So we have Reaper chili ketchup. I haven't tried this one, but I haven't tried any of these. Reaper chili ketchup. We're going to replace my sauces today with some of these ones that I picked out for you, dude. We have lethal hot chili sauce with a brutal sting in its tail. This is a Trinidad Scorpion, one by Hotheads. Callum, if you'd like to care to give that, I think that one's got a good solid 6 or 7 chili rating on it.
Oh my god!
This is gonna.
Oh my god! I have to open this, aren't I?
We have this one here. I'm even a little bit.
Oh God!
I'm even a little bit nervous about this
Oh
myself.
God!
This one. This one's called Fiery Fool.
Fiery
Well, that's
Fool.
me. The hottest sauce in the world without extracts. This one's got Primo 7 Pot, Carolina Reaper, Trinidad Scorpion, and Butt Jalopy Ghost Pepper. All of those mothers in one bottle for our tasting displeasure. Where are we? Hang on.
You could have opened them for me.
Oh, these come straight from Amazon.
Is this what it
I ordered it. I had these. My girlfriend Laura, she was at. Because when we get Amazon deliveries, they can never find this. They always deliver them to one of the neighbours who live miles away. And the delivery said it was going to come Thursday. I was like, I've got to have them for Friday when we go down there. So she had them delivered to work, and I made her wait there until they got delivered by Amazon. 9 p.m. I think they ended up. Anyway,
the hottest sauce in the world with that extract.
yes, I've never tried it. I tried it. 70% ghost pepper, killer hot sauce, psycho juice. Get your now this one. See, now I haven't tried any of those ones. I hand picked those ones because I thought that they look lethal, they look scary, and I thought they're gonna go. This one, however, and I have opened this one. This one's come up in my shelf.
Hold on. I recognise that.
This.
Do they have that on hot ones?
This one is naughty, man.
Do they have that on hot ones?
They have this one on hot ones. Yeah. This one is. It's the hottest thing I've ever eaten in my life, without a shadow of a doubt. It's ridiculous. Da bomb. They do a couple of different versions of it. This one's called Beyond Insanity, and it and it does what it says on the bottle. And then I thought, we could keep in the Exorcist. I don't know if you've still got it to hand.
Yes, I'm gonna have to run and get it.
Yeah, no worries.
Right.
I'll do a little dance while she's downstairs.
You give him a chat. You tell him a little bit more about this sauce while I go and get it.
Cool. I thought we'd keep that because that's possibly going to be the mildest one. That'll be the.
Yeah, I'll get the Exorcist. You just chat to.
You might have to bring back the JD as well.
Alright, I'll bring back the JD.
So I'll explain to you guys as well, so we don't have to change all the names on the board. We've just got this little sign that I've drawn up here. So for example, if we spin the wheel and it lands on sauce, we're not going to have sauce. We're going to have Carolina Reaper ketchup instead. If we spin it and it lands on Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I'll have to explain this again when Callum comes back in a minute. Then we have Psycho Juice, which is this one. And Psycho Juice is a heat level 10. Heat level 10 plus. I'm back. Heat level 10 plus, 70% nugget. Oh, dude. Shall I start that again, actually, quick?
Da, 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 da. The Exorcist.
There she is. Look, she's been rinsed, man.
Right.
As if someone's just like.
How are we going to do this? Because I'm assuming.
Right. So I'll show you. So.
Have you got it already written down? Oh, you've already done it.
Have I got this written down? I'm very prepared.
Are you ready?
I'm very prepared for you. So basically, I was just telling these guys here, and I'll just tell you again very quickly. So yeah. So if we spin it and it lands on sauce,
Yeah.
that means we're having the Carolina Reaper ketchup.
Right.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. If we spin that and it lands on that, it means we're gonna have a glug of Psycho Juice. Nugget on Elm Street is the Hotheads one, which is this one over here. Periscope Activity is Fiery Fool, which is this one over here. Jeepers Reapers is the bomb. This one here, and then if it lands on the Exorcist, we'll have some Exorcist. Yeah.
Right. Pull your mic.
Yeah.
Like that.
Cool.
This way.
This
pull
way.
it towards you.
Yeah.
There, from there.
From here.
Yeah. Pull it towards you. Pull it that way. That way.
Like that.
That way. There you go.
Oh, it does this, right? Cool. Told you I'm a fiery fool. There we go.
Happy days. Right.
Cool.
I'm not going to start off with a spin. I ain't starting off with a spin. I'm starting off with a question. My game, my rules. Actually, it's actually your game, isn't it?
Oh, not my sources.
Not your...
We're switching it up just for today.
The rules of the Dean of the Dead's Wheelie Hot Sauce Challenge as follows. It's a scare attraction themed question game. I'm going to ask Dean 10 questions. Each question is themed to the scare attraction industry. Between each question, we're going to spin the wheel. Now, normally, wherever it lands on, we've both got to have. However, as Dean's just explained, we're switching it up, as you can see. So if it lands on sauce, what am I having?
If it lands on sauce, you're going to be having the Carolina Reaper ketchup.
Right, which is that?
This one here. That's the one that I'm least worried about. If you know it's Carolina Reaper.
Right.
It's the ketchup bit that's
I'm
giving
ready.
me a bit of confidence.
I'm not ready. I'm ready. Are you ready? I'm not ready.
To be honest, I'm not ready. But we're going to do it. We are men. I think.
Question
We are
1.
men.
What was the first scare attraction you ever visited?
The first scare attraction I ever visited, as I mentioned earlier on, was the wonderful Alien War in the Trocadero, London. I visited it many, many times. It was fantastic. Very, very quick story. It's now Platinum Lace Strip Club, and I only know that because my band that I'm playing got the residency for the Christmas party for Platinum Lace to play the gig there every year.
Sure. Yeah.
I hated that.
If you
gig.
believe that, you believe anything.
I hated that gig, man. Worst gig I've ever done. And basically, we figured out this is where Alien War used to be. Anyway, Alien War, first ever scare attraction I went to. The dogs, danglies, it was. I loved it. Shall I?
My guest. You spin.
Shall I? Here we go. Oh, this I get to spin the wheel, man. I wonder how this. Right, here we go. Oh shit!
How satisfying is that?
Oh no! No, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Oh,
Because
you know what?
the-
Normally, that's my reaction. That was just an automatic reaction from landing on The Exorcist.
Today, this is a good thing because I've got a feeling this might be the mildest one today. I think. I think. I don't know.
I tell you what. Oh.
I think. You will be all right. Don't worry, man. Just get the fireman's hose out and we'll spray it down. Right. Here we go. And we don't. You don't have to go crazy.
Here we go. He's on.
Here we go.
Cheers, Dean.
Cool, man.
Oh, here we go. Okay. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, my friend.
Thank you very
Down
much.
the hatch.
Question number 2. Yes. What is your favourite attraction you've ever visited?
My favourite attraction I've ever visited. Last year we did a bit of a Screen Park road trip, and we went to one of the ones on the list was Extreme Scream in Milton Mowbray. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. All of the mazes there were fantastic. Particularly the village. I loved the village, man. I thought it was brilliant. The bit where you go through at the end and there's like a minister giving a sermon or something like that. I think they were like scarecrows or something. I couldn't quite remember. Again, I was in this, but I just remember thinking this is brilliant. I thought it was amazing. So I'd say Extreme Scream was the best one I visited. Tully's was amazing, but that I really liked every single maze at that one. I thought it was great.
I like it.
Especially the village. I thought it was really good. I haven't done a retreat yet, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to change that answer.
Of course you have when you meet Scarecrow. The most northernest Scarecrow in land.
Oh, shut up, dude.
No, it's not the bomb.
It's
not the bomb. It's not the bomb.
Mate, how dare, that bomb, dude. This is us, right? Come on, we'll do
This
it.
is one.
Man, I'm telling you, there's something wrong with the people who made this sauce. And now there's something wrong with us because we're going to fucking eat it.
I don't believe it.
Oh,
I hope it
man.
don't come out.
Right, I'm going to tell you, do a Mikey from Scare Track and just tip it off your chip, like whatever you get on there, because you don't need a lot of this. It's very,
out, is it?
It's very, very like that.
That'll do, yeah.
That will do you. It's just ridiculous. And honestly, man, we're going to be battling for that bog.
Yeah.
Oh, even that's staring me in the face.
Yeah.
I think entry level, that's good.
Is that right? Yeah.
That'd do, yeah. That's entry level, that's pretty good. I think we'll go a bit more on the other ones, but this one is just ridiculous. Ready?
Right, cheers.
Here we go, down the hatch. Oh, dude, man, that sauce is ridiculous. I reckon we could go a little bit more than that actually on the next one. But anyway, that's the one that. Oh man.
Question 3.
What is that?
What's your favourite character you've ever encountered in a maze or attraction?
Ooh. Oh, I wasn't prepared for this one. My favourite character. I'm trying to think through the mazes.
The naked man from Snatchers.
Oh right, yeah. I'd say he's definitely one of them. He's definitely one of them. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Tully's. Remind me of some of the mazes at Tully's. You had the Wastelands Penitentiary. There were some great characters in there. Oh, I feel like this should just come up. I'm going to say the naked man today.
The naked man from Skin Snatchers.
The naked man. The naked man from Skin Snatchers today with his pants has now become my favourite dude.
Spin the wheel. Naga. What we got?
I swear,
What
man.
we got?
Okay, so Nagamore on Elm Street is Hotheads. That's the Hotheads one, which is this one over here. Yeah.
Right. Vamos. How's as quick as it's come out?
I think.
Oh, how much can I have of this? Oh, is that too much?
Nah, I reckon that'll be perfectly suitable, sir. Oh, fuck it. I can't swear. Sorry.
Is that too much?
I mean, I don't know. We'll find out in a minute.
Oh, dude, no.
I've never tried this one.
is good.
It does sound a back here, and we can't do a Mikey from Scare Track and tip it off the chip. It says here, sauce. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Brutal off the scale. Oh my God, I can smell it. 800,000 to 2 million Scoville rating. I'm doing a Mikey.
I'm doing a Mikey. Right.
It's known as doing a Mikey. Right, here we go. Sorry, Mikey. I love you, man. I feel like that's coming up.
It's an afterburner, isn't it? I'm not waiting around to find out.
Yeah, keep it rolling.
Oh, sugar.
Let's take a mind off it.
Oh, shit. Sorry. If you could build a scare maze, what would the theme would be?
Oh,
coming.
okay, so
It's coming. It's coming.
You're getting it. That'll make it worse. Look at me, I'm sweating. So I went to a scare attraction maze in Paris once I think it was called La Maison or something like that. And there was one particular scene where this woman was running around, this girl was running around, and it was all like these columns and poles, and she was dressed as a vampire. She was brilliant, and it was really creepy. And I thought, if they did a whole maze as a vampire maze, it would be awesome. So I'm going to go vampire. I think a vampire maze would be like just all dedicated to a vampire. I think that would be a good one. Sauce. Okay, cool. Sauce.
Dean, it's hurting me, mate.
Carolina Reaper ketchup is what we got, right?
This.
Not sauce. Carolina Reaper ketchup.
Dean, it's hurting me, mate.
Oh, dude. Me too. I'm supposed to be the chili connoisseur. I'm literally sweat is pouring off my forehead.
Mate, it's hurting me.
And I think I've touched it and I've rubbed it in the side of my temple. It's burning.
It's really hurting my tongue.
I'm going to have to change my clothes. I'm going to have to get out this t-shirt. It's going to be dripping. How much you got? I reckon we could do... Oh, man. Just very quickly. This says on about heat level. We've got another 6. No, we've got 5 chilies. Oh, whatever. Right. That's nice. Sweet.
An attraction or event you really want to visit?
Oh.
No, it's not even funny, mate.
Are you okay? Are you not? Do you need me to call the St. John's? Do you need me to? Do you need a cow's udder
I need something, mate.
to get some?
I need some of Bolton's milk.
Right.
Dean, please answer the question.
What was the question?
An attraction or event you really want to visit?
An attraction or event, I mean, it's definitely got to be the retreat. Apart from the retreat, I'm going to have to say any European park. Horrorland looks fantastic. Traumatica looks fantastic. I'd love to go out to the States and visit the horror.
Them one!
Them ones. Horrorland.
Horrorland.
Who we got?
Exorcist, please.
Oh, shit.
No!
Oh, man.
That's the bomb, innit?
Yeah, that's the bomb, man. Holy hell. Oh, why? I knew this was going to happen. Oh, man. It's all my fault. Right, dude.
Mate, this is generally hurting me.
My face is... I've come up all blotchy. We got a little bit more on this one. Go on. Dig it in there.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Step
that'll
up,
do.
innit?
Cheers,
Cheers.
bro.
Your go-to Halloween costume?
Hmm?
What's your go-to Halloween costume?
Jack the Ripper. 2 in a row, man.
Again.
Exorcist. Exorcist.
Oh, please.
See, this is like a welcome, you know, it's like a relief. Oh, dude.
This is not funny. I'm sweating. Look at my palms.
Man,
at that.
I'm literally, I'm dripping as we speak. Oh, it's good for you, dude. Put some hands on the chest. Cheers, brother.
Cheers, mate. What's your favourite scary movie?
I'm a massive Rob Zombie fan, so I'm going to go with House of a Thousand Corpses. Oh,
That's a cracking film. Spin the wheel.
yeah. Oh, piss off, man. I'm sorry, I swore.
Oh, no. Dean, I don't know if I can, mate.
The gods are not working in our favour. I reckon we should spin on and do another one. Cause
No.
We got to do it. We got to do it. All right, we got to do it.
Oh, my. I can't.
We can do it, Callum.
I can't.
We can do it.
Mate.
Are you done?
Come on, quick, come on. We've got to fight through it.
We can do it.
2 more questions.
Okay, we can do it. Hold on, wait for you. Holy hell.
Come on.
There's... Oh,
Come on, go.
wow. Yeah?
Yeah. Question 8. How long have you been in the scare industry?
I haven't really been in the scare industry, but I've been in doing what I do with the horror thing for a good 3 or 4 years or so.
Yes!
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm not shaking, mate. I can't even talk. No, I can't even talk. Why am I putting that much on my chin? I think I'm going to pass out.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Nom, 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 nom.
Animatronics, yes or no?
Very unpopular, I know this is going to be. I'm going to say yes, but not over actors. I love actors. But animatronics, if they're done correctly, if they're done well, I like them. I think they're cool. I think there's something about them quite daunting and quite, if they're like the big ones especially.
Yeah.
Dude.
Last spin. Last spin.
Get out of town. Yes, we'll take that one. Psycho
I've
juice.
just spat my water everywhere. Yeah, I can't be. What have we got?
Psycho juice.
Where's that?
Oh my goodness gracious me. Wow.
Are you...
Oh. Ah!
Oh shit. Mate.
Oh, no chance.
Alright, cheers.
Cheers, dude. Oh my god. I'm done.
Mate, are you looking forward to ScareCon?
Can't wait.
Brilliant.
Can't wait. Thank you so much, Michael, for letting me come. And,
That was the Dean of the Dead.
well, almost.
Wheelie hot sauce. Fuck up. I need to compose myself. I can't.
Thank you so much for having me on, dude. I bet you'll never have me back after. He's like, I'm never having you back.
Never again. Never again.
I told him I had a little
Guys,
trick up my sleeve.
Dean, thank you for joining me.
Thank you so
I
much
love
for having me
you.
on.
I love you and I hate you. Thanks for your sauces. Thanks for sponsoring us. Get your hot sauces. I can't wait. DeanofTheDead.com. Thank you for you guys for watching at home. I can have bad breath, mate.
Peace out.
I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, guys. Thank you.
Nah.